Good morning, Bella. Hi, everyone.
Oh, I've got let me just find your channel and turn the sound off.
I'm going to say you're a bit distorted there until.
Oh, blimey.
You okay now?
Yeah, I turned that off. That's okay.
Got the two viewers. Hello to the two viewers. Got the lovely beauty on a budget. On the panel, just adjusting my camera. So, oh, boom, 7 viewers. So,
hello, 7 people, or 6, including me.
It's gone down to 6 now. You frightened them away. Yeah. I mean, Bella knows what the decision is because we've spoken length about it.
Why is mine gone? Oh, I know.
So yes, Bella's aware of the decision I've made because, same as I say, we've talked in length about it. Chris says I'll do fish cake. Let's get a fish cake app made. So, oh, boom, 10 viewers. And nobody else in chatting except for Pixie. So, hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, Michelle.
It's all right. I've just been saying something to Chris. I mean, whether it comes to fruition or not, I don't know.
What?
No, it's just something that I said to Chris.
Tell me about it after. You know, I have to know everything.
Yeah.
You know I'm a nosy mare.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
yeah? All right, I'm just...
What are you doing?
I'm typing you a message.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know whether you'll agree with me or not. I could be better, but I'm okay. I see what Chris has put.
What's he put?
Just put Bella's a nosy cow. Oh, dear.
You know me so well, Chris.
I know, he knows you inside out, Bella. Oh, dear. But yes, I'll wait for a few more coming in.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll. Hey, fat boy, Pixie, get off my toes, back up 2 feet for next dance, or I'm going to need 2 new feet. So yeah, I mean it.
Maybe.
I mean it's like this. I mean,
it started like that.
Yeah, it's a case of. I mean, the decision I've made. Is that I'm cutting down the coffee morning to 3 days a week instead of 5, because I'm finding it's taking a toll on me physically, emotionally. You know, I mean, it's like this morning, I was that physically drained and whatever. I went back to bed, and before I knew it, it was 9:30, and I'd got to go in the bath and everything.
I agree.
I was that physically, mentally tired that, I felt myself burning out, if you know what I mean. I just, I've got that much going on. I mean, I know Bella understands, but I've got that much going on with health issues, etc. That it is. I mean, yeah, people might think
doing dirty dancing. What are you on about? What are you on about, Chris?
Yeah, Chris has just said you have to have a break from YouTube sometimes. But I mean, there's me, Chris, and Bella and Baz have spoke about it at length. And same as us, you know, I've got that much going on health wise. It's just getting like it's too much.
Yeah.
It says
And
read what.
The
Yeah.
difference between, I mean, I come on here with you, but the difference with my own channel is I can come on for, I can say, right, I'll film tomorrow morning, and then when I don't feel like it now, I'll do something, I'll film this afternoon. But with the live stream, you can't do that. You've got to be there.
It's like same as you said, Bella. You've not been sleeping well, so that drains you emotionally and physically.
Absolutely.
And then if you've got vlogs planned, you just cannot do it. You know, hi Alex, how are you? So yeah, Chris says read what Fat Boy's put. He says, Pixie, get off my toes, back up 2 feet for the next dance, or I'm going to need 2 feet. It's that joke when they were on about dancing. Hi, Eagle Eye. Yeah, I do understand the same as I said about, you know, I do appreciate the American people being here because I do realise it's early in the morning. So
what is he saying?
It says you could do the 2 days when Jeanette's not doing it.
Can you imagine me doing it? Techno whiz. Everybody would be everywhere.
But you see, I mean, you know, we've talked about this in length, and I've talked with Chris about it. Hi, Keith, how are you? But yeah, it's getting harder and harder to do. Let's say, you know, I've been that sort of physically and emotionally and drained. So as I say, I went back to bed this morning, and I think if I hadn't needed to go to the bathroom, I think I'd have probably still been there now, because I were up in the night again about 2 o'clock. You know what I mean?
You need to take. It is a certain amount of pressure. You have to be there every day, Jeanette, and
that's what I've been feeling, Bella, because people expect me to be here at 10 o'clock every morning.
You can't. No, it's too much on you.
Yeah, Keith says, what you're going on about. I've made a decision, Keith, that I'm going to cut the coffee mornings down to 3 days a week instead of 5, because Keith's aware of the you know, the physical problems I've been having, and it's got to the point now where it's
come on, sweetheart, come on. I know it's hard for you, darling. I know.
It is. It's just taking a toll on me, both physically, emotionally, and everything else. I'm sorry, I'm crying. But I am the sort of person, Bella knows it, Keith knows it, I don't like letting anybody down.
Yes, I know. And she really worries if she's hurt anyone. She really worries if she'd rather hurt herself than, I'm not just saying in front of her, but she'd rather hurt herself than hurt anyone else. She's probably got the biggest heart of anybody I've ever known. And I'm not just saying it in front of her. She has got the biggest heart of anyone I've known. And she does really deserve a pat on the back for coming on here every single day.
But yeah, you know, I mean, it's not just the health issues, it's,
I know,
things that have happened, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, I had all the trolls in the other week. You know, you sit there and say it don't affect you, but it does.
It does, darling.
Hi, and how are you?
Oh dear. Hello.
But yeah, I mean, same as I say, it's I've got that much going on health wise, and you know, people that know me know about it, and it's same as that. I mean, the way I put it to Bella, didn't I, other day, I feel like I'm burning myself out.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like I'm burning myself out because
I know.
You know, it's I've got the arthritis. I've got, you know, everything. I've got pains that I didn't know where I could, you know, and it's like something else, you know, like these collarbones is hurting me now. And I sat there last night and I said to Chris, the typical saying, it never rains but it pours.
I know. Hang on a sec.
You know, and it's a case.
Guys.
Actually, Keith, I did film one yesterday, but Chris has got to got to edit it and everything. So yes, you know, same as I say, I hadn't made the decision.
It's my cat.
just in time for the chocolate upside down. But yeah, I did do a vlog yesterday. You see, even that's sort of getting difficult as well, Bella. You know, the issues I've had with my hand, etc. And obviously to do baking, you need your hands. And that's one of the reasons why I ain't done many, because I do struggle with it.
Of course.
So Miss Bella's had like a sneak preview because I was talking to her last night and Chris sort of wafted it in front of her face.
Yeah. And said I'm taking it away now.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm like Bella, I do research my stuff. I have got sort of, I've downloaded a few, let's say, on the Christmas theme.
Yeah.
You know, you can't sort of not bake at Christmas. You know, I normally, you know, for ourselves, I do the mince pies, etc. But it's like a twist on things like that, you know what I mean? But use Chris's hands. Well, I'll have to get him doing more baking vlogs. He'll have to take over the reins with the baking vlogs, and you know, under my supervision, let's say. It's
like doing it because my hands are a lot of trouble as well. You know that. So, but Baz has to do certain things. I don't go into the oven. I don't touch the oven at all. But I'll do something and put it in the oven. But then if it's too heavy, I don't do that because I've had a shepherd's pie all over the kitchen floor before now. Oh yeah, I mean it's like this, Bella. I mean, I in one respect I'm lucky I'm right-handed because that's not as bad as the other one. But you think when you wash your pots and everything, I've done the same. I've had things slip out my hand, and now because Chris isn't working, he's been washing the pots as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I think. Apart from the sleep deprivation, I find that really difficult because last year I broke a cup that his mum bought him, and I just dropped it, and I felt so bad. I just felt so guilty because I can't replace that what his mum got him, you know. Yeah. Hiya, Baz, how are you? But yeah, I mean, I've done that with, you know, I mean, obviously Chris, you know, with Chris's mug and everything, you know what I mean? I've done exactly the same. And you know, I'm still waiting for that second splint. But I mean, like, you know, that's the problem I'm having. It's like all swollen up. It was like I was talking to Bella last night and I was saying, oh, look how white my hand is. I've got no feeling in my hand. Yeah. And that's what, you know. Yeah. You know, like when you wash your pots, if you've got no feeling or anything in your hand, it just goes, doesn't it? Exactly. It's okay, Eagle Eye. I appreciate you coming in. So Chris is saying Emma could do the 2 coffee mornings that I'm not doing. But I don't, you know, it's same as I say, to do it 5 days a week, it is, yeah, I mean, people will say, oh, well, all you're doing is sitting in front of a camera, blah, blah, blah. But what they don't realise is the amount of pain that I'm sitting here. You see what Emma's put here? Oh, goodness, I'll have to go back up again. It's not nice seeing you upset, Jeanette. If you take it easy and cut down on the coffee mornings, then do that for your health. It comes first, and we're all here for you. You see, you know, everybody loves you, Jeanette, and they want the best for you. Don't start bubbling again.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it has been an hard decision to make.
I wouldn't be upset if I dropped a Sheffield United Cup, mate.
Oh dear. Fat Boy says liquor warms my voice, but I can't sing. I need a gallon of it for it to make my voice any better.
I want to do a couple of carols for Christmas. I'd like to do, not that I'm anything in Emma's league, but I would like to do a couple of carols before Christmas.
Yeah, well, didn't
yeah, Gail said she was going to do.
Yeah, Juice My Randomness wanted us to do the Band-Aid song.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I'll have to get in touch with you. What's that?
Your Baz is putting
in his bike.
Mrs. P, my bike's coming out. But it's like, I mean, I was talking to Bella last night, and on top of everything else, I think I've got a cold coming back again. So, you know, at this present moment in time, it seems it's one after other after other.
I know, babe.
You know, I mean, I was like down here this morning because it felt like my chest were in a vice. It's like these two collarbones here, and it's the pain that
it's the arthritis in those collarbones.
Yeah, and it's like the pain that it emits. It feels like, you know, I can't explain it. I can't sit here and explain it, Bella. With it being like both sides, and it's these two collarbones, it's like making your chest feel like it's in a vice.
Yeah.
And it's just and it's both sides. It's not, I mean, I could deal with it if it were just in one side, but it isn't. It's like both, you know, these like bones here.
Yeah, collarbone, yeah.
Yeah, your collarbones. You know, it's that.
Mm.
Your Baz has put, why you're sending boost to Emma. Oh, good talking about boost. I know I'm laughing now as well as like tearing up and whatever. But Dennis had put, I don't know whether he put it in the group or whether he put it on his own page on Facebook. And it's this guy at a bar, and he's got this like great big pipe pot, you know, like a massive pot. And he says, when you tell the wife you're only going out for one, it's this massive pipe pot. And he says, and he sort of tagged Chris in it, and he says, Chris, I was just going out for the one, and I couldn't stop laughing at it. I thought, well, I said to Chris, I says, well, put it this way, if you drunk one that size, I says, you'd be on your back. You won't, you know, you wouldn't just be drunk, you'd be legless.
I can't drink at all. I've only got to smell the cork and I'm gone.
So yeah, I mean, that sort of made me laugh. But yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's from my point of view, you don't sort of like to sit here and say, well, I've got this wrong with me, I've got that wrong with me, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Exactly, I do know.
You don't like sitting here and wallowing in your own self-pity, let's say.
No.
And you know, and I know you are like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you know, the thing that people only see this bit.
Yeah.
People only see this bit. So it's
oh, I pick a Rick. So that's another American friend, like from when I first started my YouTube. I mean, yeah,
I pick Rick.
Yeah, go way back. You know, it picked one of the very first channels I started watching when I joined YouTube.
Let me have a look.
So yeah,
let me have a look at their pick a Rick.
It does do what he calls a Scooby cam, and it's like his dog. His dog's called Scooby. Hi, TJ Smith. But yeah, I mean, Pickerick will tell you we go way back. You know. No, I'm not going to start, Baz, because I know you'll get your back out. But you know,
I'm just going to subscribe. Support.
Yeah, it's put that was a long time ago, Jeanette. I miss the good old days, my friend. But yeah, I mean, you know, when I saw Pickerick come up, I thought, you know, it is. When I very first started, I mean, nearly 2 years ago, but Pickerick was one of the main channels I used to go to.
Ah, it looks good. It looks good. It looks like an entertaining channel.
I don't know how to spell it. Ritas Kitchen. How are you? But yeah, you know, I mean, it's like Iron Dog as well. He's another one that right from the very beginning that I used to visit as well. But it's like if you let it, YouTube will take over. It could take over your life.
They look some nice dishes. Ritas Kitchen.
So
she's a lovely cook by the look of it.
Yeah. Bella is Beauty on a Budget. She's supported Pickerick, and Baz has supported Pickerick. So yeah, I mean, this is what it's all about, you know, people supporting each other, and it's. I've been amazed at the support, let's say.
Broccoli shoots.
Oh, Pickerick says I'm Baz is 85th. He says my sub's horrid, but I supported you. And Ritica's put, thank you so much, dear.
Yeah, I have. I like the look of your channel. I like the look of that food. That's my kind of food. Not that I could cook it, but it's my kind of food.
Oh, Emma's supported him as well. There you go. I mean, how can I describe Pickerick in one word? He's like me. He sits there and is himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I like.
You know, he is himself. I mean, we've had some laugh when I've been on Pickerick's channel. We have had some laughs, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy your channel, Pickerick, and also Ritica's Kitchen. All that looks gorgeous food. That does. But
it's like these that you remember, like from when you first started YouTube. Yeah, Fat Boy's telling Rick to
check Emma out.
Check Emma's, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a fantastic voice. What is that?
Emma's put, where's Chris? He's quiet, can normally hear him. He's in the naughty corner over there.
She misses me voice, that's what it is.
What, like a holy dead?
Emma's got a really angelic voice.
So yes, and if anybody wasn't aware, I've got a Facebook group as well. It's called Jeanette's. I can't even pronounce my own name. Jeanette's Community YouTube page. So if anybody wants to join, they're welcome to do so. Chris usually, which is Pixie's channel, usually puts a link in his description. So if anybody's, no, I mean it's a case of you put it in the description in most of your videos, don't you? Oh yeah, there's a link to the Facebook group. So everyone, we've had a few issues, let's just say. the normal thing, you know, you get the creeps. Let's just say, yeah, Rikita's just asked to join the group because I've just had a notification. So yeah, you know, we have had a few issues with it. With the no, Baz. It's put all donations to me. No, Baz, it's me that's got the monetization. It's me that's got the oh dear. But yeah, I mean, we have had a few issues as regarding people joining, thinking it's a dating site. Yeah. You know, started messaging the ladies in the group, which was unwelcome. So absolutely. I've sort of put her through a few strategies in place.
Here you go, Baz, there's a quid.
It's not monetized.
He's joking, Bella.
Oh.
he's done it because he says, "Yeah, Baz, there's a quid." But yeah, you know, I've had to what is it? It's like a closed group.
Yes.
So we can wheedle out the.
Way.
No, actually, Emma is not spending his own money. It's spending his. I mean, he's not spending mine. He's spending his own. Yeah. So yeah. So I've had to. Yeah, baby, can you just accept Rikita?
Cost her 50 quid.
But you see,
Rikita, you have to answer 3 questions. They're very, very simple questions to get into the group. The first one is, how long would it take to get Bella a nice Balti sent over? That is the...
No, basically, the 3 questions are, do you have a YouTube channel? Because
I just accepted. I didn't know whether she answered them or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like she's in here. She's sent a request. We sort of know, but you see, we were getting like people that were in like 30 odd groups, you know, and basically they were joining the group and then proceeding to message all the ladies, let's just say. So basically I had to close the group, and sort of Facebook suggested, because of the problems that I was having, you know, you can set 3 questions. The first question is, hiya Barra boy, do you have a face? This is what I'm like, Bella. Do you have a YouTube channel? Because that's what the group's about.
Yeah.
What do you expect from the group?
Speaking of which, I need to do video of the week award, Fred.
Stop interrupting, mister.
Yeah, get back in your corner.
you put me off my axis now. One, have you got a YouTube channel?
Don't take much.
2, why did you join the group? Why do you want to join the group? And the third one was, what do you expect from the group? Okay, then, fat boy, see you later. You know, the 3 simple enough questions. Riticus says, okay, bye, guys. Nice to join here. Didn't skip the ad too. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm up to about 8p now on ads. You know, I've sort of got to go steady on the spending because I've only generated 8p on the AdSense at the moment. So Dennis is having it were like this one yesterday, Bella. I was getting ready to chuck it through the window.
Oh no!
It were. I don't know whether it were weather affecting it or what. Well, not affecting that, but affecting the Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah. And it was like everything. It were on a go slow. Everything sent to take forever.
Yeah.
So
I'd like a nice laptop now. I'd like a new laptop. And my iPad's great, but there's some things that I have to come on the desktop to do. And I would like to have because my desktop's upstairs. You know, I'm upstairs there. And I'd like to have a laptop so that I could do it sitting in the front room, you know?
Yeah, in more comfortable surroundings, let's say.
Yes, yeah.
Baz is asking Emma if he's got his hammer ready. She says it is because his computer's packing up and he's trying to do a film. So if you're wondering what this is behind me, Bella, it's a blanket that was my mum's. I've sort of been in that sort of mentality these past few days.
Yeah.
So my mum, when she used to have what's called a cat nap, she used to cover herself over with this blanket.
A comfort blanket to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though, funnily enough, is it JML? I think it is. They bought one out with feet in, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, I bought my mum one of them because I bought it one.
Oh, what's the naming? You're streaming.
Like with this, it's just like a blanket.
Yeah.
And she says, I always find that when I'm laying down on the sofa and I cover myself over with a blanket, my feet are always cold. Yeah. Hi, Marie. How are you?
I love a comfort blanket. I've got a comfort blanket just to sit in the corner, and when I sit in the sofa and just snuggle, you know. I love that snuggly watching telly feeling. So
yeah,
I love that.
It's like that's one of the reasons I've sort of I got it out, because when I first, you know, when we were clearing Mum's house out and I did everything, I washed it and I just sort of put it away.
Yeah.
But then I came across, you know, we were changing the bedding and everything, came across it and I went, I'm going to take that downstairs. I'm going to put it up back at sofa. And, you know, if I decide.
I understand completely.
Yes, just before I forget, Chris has just put in the chat that the thread of the week is now up. So get posting your videos. And just to make it clear, Bella, you can post other people's videos if you think, you know, I mean, like last week, well, no, not last week, week before, I posted my video and I posted one of Chris's. But I basically did that to get the ball rolling because nobody was posting the videos.
Yeah.
And then, funnily enough,
to post your bloody videos.
I didn't like it because I won the week before last and I didn't want to put another one up. I thought it was cheeky.
No, I mean, Emma's won it this week. Well, you can't say won it, but
no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it goes on. It goes on. How many people like that video? If you know what I mean. I mean, Emma's won it before, but Emma's won it again.
I can't remember. I've been asleep since then.
It's about enjoying.
What's he on about 50 years? I keep asking for one of them, and my missus for the last 50 years. What are you on about, Baz?
It's talking about a laptop.
Oh, I don't know.
Any chance? Yeah. Marie's wanting. I'm cutting the coffee mornings down to 3 days a week instead of 5.
What's that? Asking for one of them by Mrs. Logs.
Exactly, Marie. Exactly.
Yeah, and I've found just recently as well, Marie, I've got a lot of health issues going on, and it's physically draining, it's emotionally draining, and it's same as Chris has said, it's getting a bit too much for me.
Yeah.
So I've talked in length with Bella about it. I've talked in length to Chris about it. You know, because I did sort of consider like taking not a complete break, but you know, like a week or so. But you know, Chris, same as Chris says, if you just cut it down, you know, the 2 days that you're not doing the live streams, you can sit, you can relax. You know, we've got Christmas coming up. We can do things that otherwise the coffee mornings restricts me from doing.
That's the difference between a blogger, because mine's all blogs, mine's all made already, and someone who does live streams all the time. Because although I put up twice a week, I can film that any time.
Yeah.
I haven't got to be there at a certain time. So if I don't feel like it, I can film it the next day. But a constant live streams that you're doing, you've got to be there every single day.
Yeah.
And that's a lot more pressure.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I found as well. You know, I mean, like, you know, I'm just talking about this morning. You know, I didn't go live while about 10:30. It was the fact that I was so tired this morning. I was up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I went back to bed. I was up at 6, and I was so tired, Bella. It got to the point where I couldn't physically keep my eyes open.
Yeah, I know that one.
You know, I couldn't physically keep my eyes open. And Chris says,
a horrible feeling.
You know, Chris says to me, he says, get back off to bed. He says, just try and have an hour or whatever.
That's what Baz says to me.
You know, and it same as I say, if it hadn't have been wanting to go to the bathroom, I'd have probably still been there now. And Chris, when he heard me walking back, so I say, got straight in the bath, and he come up and he says, do you feel better? You know, and I went, do you want an honest answer? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I says, I still feel drained. I still feel tired.
Yeah. I understand that.
Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. She says you're still my special friend, no matter what. But, you know, I mean, from my standpoint, you know, it's both been emotionally draining. It's physically draining. You know, I've got a lot of health issues going on. Thank you. I appreciate that as well, Emma. Same as I said, it takes that bit of pressure off myself, because I mean, my plans are to do Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but obviously there not be one on Monday because I've got the doctors, I've got the blood tests and whatever. So, you know, I mean, I am sort of decided what's happening next week. I might just do the Wednesday and Friday. I don't know, or I haven't made that decision yet.
Wednesday and Friday's fine.
You know, it obviously I've sort of made reference. I've got to go for this blood test anyway Monday, so they'll probably ring me up and doctors will say, yeah, it's you ready for Knacker's yard. But it's what I call my blood MOT, let's say. Because I do take thyroxine because I've got an underactive thyroid. They just like to keep an eye on to make sure that I'm taking the right levels, let's say. And obviously, because you're taking certain medications, they like to do the liver function test. They like to do the kidney function test, just to make sure that
all ticking over, right?
Yeah, it's to make sure that the medication that you're taking isn't affecting the functions of your kidneys and your liver and whatever.
Exactly.
No, I'm not starting, Baz. I'm just losing my voice a little bit. You see, this is it as well. I mean, I've got all this going off health-wise and whatever. And now, on top of everything else, I've got blooming cold coming.
But it's on bricks.
I mean, I made reference yesterday. I says, I'm going to start a new trend. I'm going to start human hibernation. You know what I mean? Just wake me up when warmer weather comes.
Oh, no.
Either that or we win the lottery and we go to somewhere nice and warm.
It's black as your hat out there.
Yeah, windy and horrible here.
Yeah.
Rainy.
It's here. It's
You know,
black as anything.
yeah, it's that alone as well, Bella. The weather makes you depressed as well, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You're thinking, well,
No, it doesn't.
I'm normally stuck in house anyway, but to look out and see.
Oops, I've just sat on his drone. Oh dear.
He does like winding Baz up.
You can
What is that? Oh, I'll prove it to you.
Why have you? Oh.
Oh no! Baz! What are you gonna do, mate? Oh no! Oh no!
He hasn't broke it. He's just.
I know he isn't.
He tried to wind him up.
Hi, Sharon.
Well, it's all right. Sharon says, "What's going on? What's the decision you've made? I don't think I'm going to like it. I've been suffering that much emotionally and physically with health-wise and everything, Sharon. I've made the decision to cut the coffee mornings down to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to three days a week instead of 5. So yeah, you know, that's the decision I've made. I've made the decision to just do the coffee morning 3 days a week instead of 5. Because I've been finding you know,
still support you, Jeanette, because we all have been here, so it's not going to make your channel go down because we love our mornings. So you know, we're all still going to be here.
I mean, you know, if anybody understands it's Sharon, you know, she's got her own health issues, and I've been finding that
She's got to be in a bonnet today.
She says, I understand that. Actually, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
You see, I've had that much going on health-wise, Sharon, and emotionally and everything. I mean, the way I put it to Bella, I feel like I'm burning myself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm burning. And same as Chris says, you know, if you need to take a week off or, you know, blah, 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 you do that, because same as I've just said, I mean, on top of all the, you know, aches and pains and everything that I've got, I'm now starting with a cold.
Don't worry, you still got Pixie's channel's live stream on.
So, yeah, Sharon's put, yes, Mum, I do. But, you know, you know, as we say in the UK, it never rains, but it pours.
Absolutely.
You know, seems like it's one thing after other, after other, after other, you know, and it is. It's, you know, when you're expected to be here 5 days, well, not expected, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
You know, it's a case of,
I've always said that stuff to you because I couldn't do it.
And it's like Marie, I mean, and Sharon, it's very early in the morning. Sort of my way of thinking is, well, if they're expecting me to be there and I'm not there, you know, but that's just my way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm sort of, well, if they've got up especially early to come and see the coffee morning and I'm not there, I feel responsible that they've got up early.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's the type of you are, I know.
Grassa.
She's put Pixie throwing stuff at me.
Grassa.
But yeah, it's
telling.
It says Pixie's channel blows a raspberry at Sharon. This is what I love about it as well. I mean, you know, it's been winding Basil. But you know what it's like and what I'm like and everything. Sharon knows what we like, you know what I mean? And it's all just
It's a lovely group. It's a lovely. It's a lovely community. It's a really lovely community.
Yeah, it was all right, Barry, that Sharon.
What day is it today? Pick on Sharon Day.
Watch it or the crook gets it, Baz.
It says, your Baz has put throw it back, Sharon, but a bit harder and don't miss. I mean, like it. I mean, it was like when Chris was doing the, I think it was birthday stream more than hour after. It was saying something, and I lobbed my shoe over at him.
I can't. You've already let your wheels down. I'll put a clamp on it.
Yeah, putting a clamp on Sharon's wheelchair.
It's so dull out there because I've got the windows like here in front of me, and it's just, the sky is just so dull.
It looks terrible out there.
In the rain.
And it's like it's coming to something when you've got to have the lights on during the day because it's that blooming dark.
I know.
But it's a case of, it's that sort of depressing, the weather, that you don't feel like, I mean, I don't go out anywhere anyway. You know what I mean? But you're thinking, look, you know, no, I'm not doing that, not unless I have to.
Yeah.
It's ever since I met you, Sharon, I've gone downhill.
Just saying is not quite right, is it, Jeanette? It's never been right, Sharon. You know, sort of thing that springs to mind is.
Well, that happens.
But
years ago.
having said that, I mean, we've all got to be a bit, haven't we?
You're having this, love. It's the only way you get through.
You know, I mean, we've got several sayings about that, Sharon.
Listen,
You know,
I can't help being a bright spark.
we've got several sayings, you know, lights is on but nobody's home. Or you're not, you know, you're not the sharpest tool in the toolbox. You know what I mean? Or the sharpest knife in the drawer, you know. We've got several of them.
Bobby.
What?
Big camera around.
What?
There's me light.
It's all right. He wants me to spin the camera around.
I've got a light above my head.
He's got a light on his head. Look.
Oh, God. What is that? Oh,
Yeah. Marie's picks the elevator. Don't go all the way to the top floor. But yeah, I mean, some as I say, here in the UK, we've got several sayings, you know.
lights on, but nobody's home.
Yeah. All right, because I've twizzled the camera around. It's she'd get mad at him as that she's going back to her grandmother, to her granddaddy. She'd get mad at him and say, "You big old standing up in the road, I'm fixing to run over you." It stops at ladies' underwear. I think he's on about the lift thing.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be his ideal thing. It's stopping at the ladies' underwear section. Well, no, we're just going on about sayings. And whereas Marie says his elevator don't go all the way to the top. She's now saying a few fries short of a nappy meal.
Barbara only be nice because she to you, Jeanette, because she knows that you can ban it.
I can't. Well, I can, but
can.
I wouldn't do anyway.
I would. Was
because you're on about ladies' underwear.
Yeah, every Saturday night, Christina comes out to play.
Oh,
good Lord. Have you seen his legs, guys? No.
Well, you. He's got a spy cam.
Pork pie short. The old Baz has put pork pie short of a picnic.
Baz, that's not that.
That's another one.
But yeah. I mean, you really don't want to see pixies. You know, gorillas in the mist springs to mind. But thing is, he's got hairy legs and hairy arms, but no, you know, like you men have back hair, not got a single one on his back. It's just his arms and his legs that are very, very hairy, and his chest, obviously.
That's got a very hairy chest.
Sharon's put, so I can safely send you undies for Christmas, Jeanette.
Yeah, but they got to be see-through.
Gordon Bennett. The only underwear I wear these days is Bridget Jones. I mean, fun. It's that smart meter. But yeah, I mean, funnily enough, I saw this advertisement on Facebook the other day. And you know how I've had the weight loss surgery and everything sort of going a little bit south? Well, it's like these big pant things. And it all holds it all in.
I saw them on the telly.
Sounds like he's bragging about that hairy chest. No.
Hairy nipples.
But, you know, I says to Chris, I says, that's what I could do with. I could do with one of them. And then they like things that you pull right underneath your bust.
Yeah.
And they sort of, they meant to basically hold everything in.
I know, and all the different bras.
All your droopy bits, let's just say.
I call bras Joe Cockers. You know that song? They lift us up where we belong.
I'm going to tell you something about that, Bella. My grandma used to call them older shoulder boulder holders.
Shoulder boulder holders, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that used to make me laugh.
The only way you lift mine up where they belong is if I stood on my head.
but yeah, typical, you know, when you lie down and
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just saying, I mean, sort of only the ladies will understand. It's like you lie down and you see all these like models and everything with perky ones. Well, mine just go.
I think they dip them in starch.
Yeah. You know, and it's like when, you know, typically when I lie down, it's like parting of the waves, let's just say. So,
scaffolding bags. You shake your face, you.
Oh dear. But it's like a case of some ladies have got more than others, let's just say. Marie's having a go at Chris now. She says, we love you even though you wear flea collars.
Yeah, but it's Marie's old flea collar, that's the thing.
I mean, if you've seen him now, Lucy's like lay on his chest. She's like a limpet at the moment, and it's like her and Tucker fight for Chris's affections. Why, I don't know. But yeah, well, same as I say, it'll enable us to, you know, catch your breath, you know.
Yes.
And it's same as I say, it was like this morning. I felt like I could have stopped in bed all day. I were absolutely, you know, and I know you saying, Bella, you know, it's sort of similar what we were talking about last night. You know, you can't do without your sleep.
I know what happens to you.
And if you're having, you know, if you're having that trouble sleeping, it sort of grinds you down. It affects you emotionally. It affects you physically.
And I've tried all the things, and people mean so well, and you try not to get angry because people mean well, but they're like, have you tried soft music? Have you tried sleep sounds? Have you tried just sitting in a darkened room? And yeah, I've tried all those things, but I still don't sleep.
But that's it. I mean, I can just imagine you listening to whale music and whatever. You know, I can just imagine Bella lay in a dark room and this music. I mean, it'd be like me saying I'd be throwing a brick at it. After about 5 minutes, I'd be picking a brick up and throwing it at it. Say, you know, you can sod off with that.
I've just tried all the things, and then it just doesn't come, you know. And you're tired. I'm really, really tired, but I just don't get to the point where I go to sleep.
I'm laughing at Sharon. She's put Marie Kaplinger. Hold up there, sister friend. I don't even let Jeanette pick on Pixie's channel. No, I'm not going to start. I mean, it is a, you know, it's Baz understands what I'm talking about. You understand what I talk. You know what I mean? It's hard for people to say, do this, do that, do other. But if you've got that sort of mind that just can't switch off, then you've got a mind that just can't switch off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's really.
First place for Barbara Grits has had it, then, hasn't she?
Oh dear.
What's he on about?
Yeah, it's all right. Sharon's put, my oldest daughter used to defend her younger brother at school once she slammed a guy against the locker and said, hey, nobody picks on him but me. But it's a case of, you know, it's, if only you could flick a switch.
Yeah.
You know, it's all right for people to advise you, have you tried this, have you tried that?
Yeah.
But when you've got a mind that just can't switch off,
Exactly,
yeah. And
that's exactly how I am.
And that's how I am as well. I mean, it's not just the physical part of being in pain.
That's
it's
right.
You've got that many things. It's like a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
You know, the best way I can explain it.
And the thing that annoys me is I lay there, trying to sleep. Then during the day, I sit on the sofa, put my feet up and watch a film, and I'm gone. I'm asleep.
Yeah. You have to do that at night time, then, won't you?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't understand the thing of not sleeping. Yeah, he has had nights where he's slept, but he's been waking up every hour. But to the extent, like, let's say that you and I mean, I don't suffer as badly as you with it, but you know what I mean? I do understand you wake up and then you try to get back to sleep, but then your mind kicks in and you're thinking, you know.
I know. And I think it's quality sleep as well, because when I do sleep, each section of sleep is not long enough. I wake up too quick. So I don't get that deep quality sleep.
Yeah. All right, but Baz is just saying it feels like he wants to smack people that say snap out of it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, darling. Absolutely.
But, I mean, as I've often said, and Bella knows I've said, it's people that say things like that don't understand. They don't understand that it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's easier said than done.
I mean, you'd want to snap out of it. If you could, who wants to be like that? If I had a choice, I'd snap out of it. You know what I mean? It's not having the choice.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's Cornet girl, hi, greetings from the Netherlands. Brittys, for somebody that don't suffer with insomnia, it's hard to explain, and it's easy, you know. And like you said, you know, it's a case of you do everything within your power. You know, you take your medication that you know is going to make you sleepy. But I find as well, Bella, I do that with my health issues, you know, the pain, etc.
Yeah.
But I wake up groggy,
yeah,
and worse the next morning.
Yeah.
Oh, it will.
I've got actual sleeping tablets. I mean, if I can't sleep, I'm really, really bad, I'll take Tramadol to ease me off. But I've got actual sleeping tablets, but I won't take them. I don't take them.
We've got strong connections.
It's all right, Chris's Port. I think we're going to have to get these two girls. Now, we have considered the CBD oil because of the problems and the pain issues, etc. that we have.
You know what it is, don't you?
Too expensive. It's so expensive.
But yeah, it's a case of I've never done drugs, and I know Pixie's only joking, but I've never done drugs, and the CBD oil is the next best thing because you don't get the high from it, but it's
not got the bad stuff in it.
Yeah, it controls the pain, and you know.
We are really, it's very, very expensive. It is over here, but me and Jeanette have both got to the point where we do that.
Yeah. I mean, same as I say, we've had this conversation many times.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I mean, they've started selling it in this country. Where Holland and Barrett.
Yeah, but it's not the strength.
Yeah.
You need to go to a proper specialist shop. We've got one where I live, but it's about £45 per bottle.
Oh God!
But for me, that's just a little bit outside my comfort zone.
Well, it's a case of you know, you've got other things to spend your money on, Bella, but if it's going to give you a better quality of life,
I know.
You know, I mean,
yeah, I agree. If anything was over, I'd definitely consider buying that.
Oh, Cornet Girl says I can get it for $50 a bottle. Well, I don't know what's
oil
converted into.
Probably about 30 or 40.
But yeah, I mean, it's when, like in mine and Bella's situation, if we're in that much constant pain, you know what I mean? It's I'm against drugs. I don't condone drugs in any way, shape, or form. But when you constantly in pain, I mean, Bella knows I suffer with constant arthritis pain. Bella's got fibromyalgia, which are the two most painfulest, you know, I can't say diseases, but you know what I mean. But fibromyalgia and arthritis are two of the most painful conditions that anybody can have. So right, he said, you know, that little drone that he will give Baz, he says he's changed his mind, he's giving it to Sharon now instead. But you can have the little drone, Sharon. I was going to give it to Baz, but you can have it, love. I am Mark, please. But yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, when you're in as much pain as Bella and myself.
It's about the same as here, Pixie. It's about Chris, it's about the same.
Oh yeah, £44 equals €50.
That's what we were saying, Emma. The CBD that they sell in Holland and Barrett, because I've done a lot of research on it, as has Jeanette. The one that they sell in Holland and Barrett is not strong enough. You need the higher strength. And I've seen it in there's a shop in town that does it.
So I mean, you see that's one thing. I mean, we don't know. We went, same as I say, when we went into town last week, there were Holland and Barrett. Right, you know, when I went to the bank for the bank statements and everything, right opposite where the bank was, there was Holland and Barrett. And Chris says, should we go in and have a look how much it is? And I says, well, it's pointless, really. I says, because the strength that they selling on Holland and Barrett wouldn't be of any benefit. No. You know what I mean? Oh, Cornet Girl says you can make it yourself.
Oh, so that confused me.
But you know, the basic necessity of it is we need to know somewhere where we can get it. But at a bit stronger strength, same as Bella says, than Holland and Barrett. Something that's not illegal, which you can buy legally.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you have it broke up on Baz.
Yeah, she says, I didn't know Holland and Barrett sells the oil, got to check it out. But yeah, I mean, it's only been like Holland and Barrett have sold it for a few months, let's say, because they've got to get the go-ahead to be able to sell it legally, because it is derived from the cannabis plant. So you know, it's a case of you want to be legal, you don't want to sort of have to go.
Apparently you can get it to put in one of these, you know.
Stick your head in next door.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Luckily, we got away from that, Bella, because it were a case where we used to live. He'd only got to go and stand out on our balcony, and he'd be as high as a kite.
Well,
you know what I mean.
We've got such a lovely. The court we live in is lovely. Why they stuck this share of something next door to us, I don't know.
Oh yeah, are we going to Holland, Bella? She says in Holland it's legal.
No, I'm not going to Holland.
Be a fry up on a joint for after.
Did you hear that? Chris says you can go in a cafe, have a cup of coffee, have your breakfast and a joint for afterwards. Cornet Girl. Oh yeah, she says, is that you on the piano? I am watching your video.
Oh.
She says, yeah, that's me years ago. I can't play piano. I couldn't string a tune together. So yeah, I mean, it's you just do what you need to do, don't you? If you know what I mean. But I sort of draw the line, because yeah, cannabis is illegal in this country. But
yeah, I won't do nothing like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, you do get people that smoke it, but
I wouldn't do it, not because I'm a goody that say, oh, I wouldn't touch that stuff. I just wouldn't do it because I'd be frightened I'd get caught doing something I shouldn't be doing, illegal, because I'm a chicken.
Yeah,
but it's nothing to do with being, nothing to do with being a goody.
Well, no, it hasn't. It's just that you've got enough going on without being thrown in a prison cell or in a police cell or whatever. Hi, Angel, how are you? But it's, I mean, Cornet Girl says if you're in Holland, you go to the coffee shop, drink a coffee and smoke a joint at the same place. But you see that's, you know, that's the difference in the UK. And everything's sort of done, you know, illegally, even though it's, what is it, a class B or something drug?
Oh, me.
Some as I say, I mean, I haven't got a clue.
They also
Neither
sell-
have I.
Oh, she says they also. So can you have it on your bacon sarnie then? She's put they also sell eatables. It's like your chocolate brownies with a bit of weed in it. You know what I mean? I WrestleMania. It's all right. We have the subject to weed.
Huh.
Oh, he doesn't got no laptop.
Yeah, well, that's what he was shopping for yesterday. I think Angel was shopping for a new laptop.
Watching his video this morning of his new one.
Oh, we see. I've been in bed and rushed about and got a bath and everything, Bella. So,
Oh, free, hang on, free holiday to Holland.
oh, me and Bella will be on the next flight out.
For me and Jeanette, Chris, you wasn't invited. Stay
No, you weren't invited. Me, only me and Bella.
That's all right. Me and Baz will have a party.
I probably would as well. Can you imagine them two left alone on the road? Oh, Gordon Bennett, God help us.
We'll wreck our house. You'll wreck their house.
But you know, same as I mean, it's Bella suffers from fibromyalgia. I've got like literally arthritis in every single joint. You know what I mean? WrestleMania says, as a gardener, I know a lot about weeds. That's about the only weeds we've got.
Yeah, I've got plenty of them, yeah.
I am enjoying my new laptop. I did a live stream unboxing before I went to bed. It was that excited. It was that excited about using his laptop. He couldn't wait, and he did the live stream unboxing.
I was watching it, Angel.
Be droning all day, lol.
You know it. Matt said they'd both be droning all day. So as I say, I haven't had time to spit her out this morning. So I've not watched anything. I've not done anything. So, and sort
well,
of...
I've just filmed my last video that I've got to do. I've got 4 that I've got to edit, but I can sit in the front room and just edit. But I've finished now filming till after Christmas. And
yeah,
I am so
because we were going to your daughters, didn't you, Bella? You said you wanted to get in front of whatever.
Yeah. Because it's impossible to do it with the kids, honestly.
Yeah. Sharon's put Cornet Girl, you know what I learned over the years, no matter what they name it and they change the name of all drugs, it's part of the plan. It's still the same substance that will hurt you.
Mm.
Yeah. Cornet Girl says, yeah, I know about fibromyalgia, and for me it helps to smoke weed. I feel great after I smoke it, but I don't use so much that I'm as high as a shrimp.
Mm.
But yeah, you know, I mean, it's, but you see, we know it goes on in whatever country, you know, but here in the UK, it's illegal to smoke it, even though.
Use a snorkel.
How'd you keep it lit underwater?
She's also put, I didn't know shrimps could smoke.
Oh, she's so funny.
But, you know, I mean, we're sort of joking about it. But, yeah, I mean, here in the UK, even though it's classed as a Class B drug, what we class as a Class B drug, it's not as bad as like heroin and amphetamines and cocaine and whatever. You know what I mean?
It's not that hard drugs.
No, yeah. I mean, the Class A drugs are heroin, cocaine, and amphetamines.
Mm.
You know, it is here in the UK, it's still classed as a Class B drug, but when all said and done, if you're caught with it, your eye jump, let's say.
It's not the coffee morning anymore. It's a 4:20 morning.
The what morning?
4:20.
I can explain it, Bella. There was a lot of channels on YouTube, and they're called the 420 channels.
Oh,
which
yeah.
in essence is people sat there smoking a bong, smoking weed, etc. You know what I mean?
Smoking a bong? What's a bong?
It's one of them big glass things.
It's a big bong.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's like they put it in, they light it, and then they puff on it or something.
Yeah, I call them Dysons. I know what you mean.
Yeah. But I mean,
I thought you were Henry.
You call it Dyson, and Chris says that he calls it Henry. Sharon's just put, does that mean if I cook one, if the one I cook is I will get I too?
Thank you, Angel. If I'm still awake, because I have a lot of trouble with my sleep, love, like we're talking about. But if I'm still awake and I'm functioning okay, and I don't think I'll embarrass you by being on your panel, I certainly will come on. Thank you very, very much for asking me. That means a lot to me, Angel. And I'll do my best, but I can't promise you 100% just because how things are.
Yeah. WrestleMania says in America, some kids with cancer are given a type of weed called Charlotte's Web. Does not have the chemical that makes you high. All I really know about it. But you see, this is what we are talking about. Yeah, about the CBD oil. But same as Bella said, she knows a shop that sells this stronger strength CBD oil, but it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Cornick girl says she wouldn't even think about using something. Yeah. Oh, okay then, Marie. See you later. She wouldn't even consider, smoking anything stronger than cannabis.
No.
I know I react to it, and I wouldn't even want to try something else. It freaks me out. That's it. Oh, yeah. Sharon's put, baby girl, I've done every drug you can name, and that's the truth. But it's done damage to every part of my body, and 50 years later, I'm still paying for those mistakes. I tell you the truth.
Thank you for your honesty, Sharon.
Yes. You see, this is what it's all about, Bella. I mean, it's, Sharon sort of admitted that she's used drugs in the past. I mean, I'll admit I haven't. I've never ever done drugs.
No, I've spent my life with chickens to do anything like that.
Hey.
But it's come to the point now. I mean, obviously, I've just mentioned that Bella suffers from fibromyalgia. It is a very, very, very painful condition. And as most of the people know that come here regularly, I have a lot of pain with my arthritis.
Yeah, I can start baking the old cake.
It's all right. Chris is just because Cornick girl says in Holland cancer patients regularly bake their own space cake. I'm in wrong job here. I might start baking.
Eat a cake and I'm like that, sweetheart.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do a baking vlog with a little added extra. No, I didn't know that, Sharon. I mean, same as Bella says, we thank you for your honesty, and it says I was a hardcore addict / alcoholic 37 years ago. But
we didn't know that, but thanks for opening that up to us and for your honesty.
Yeah, and it's like, congratulations to Sharon.
Same as Chris says,
for being clean that long. It does take a lot. And I mean, it goes back to a conversation that we was having. I mean, you know, me and Pixie, you know, it's like being an alcoholic. You've got to admit you've got a problem. It's like being a drug addict. You've got to admit. Oh, I bet you can hear that wind.
Mm.
It is. It's like a hurricane here.
Yeah.
It is.
I've got the window shut, but the trees, I can see the trees going back and forth.
I know. I've just said it's a wonder they can't hear it, because I can hear it. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit too windy to go drawing.
A little bit.
You'll lose it today, Chris. Can't go today.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with, but you know, I mean, it's like a conversation that Pixie and myself have had. You know, it's like alcoholics, it's like drug addicts. They've got to admit that they've got a problem before they can make that move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's stronger than one of Chris's farts. Yeah, and Sharon said, I'm not proud of that, but I'm thankful that Jesus found me and took me in. But this is it. You know, it's you know, you admit it to yourself, you admit it to everybody else that you've got a problem, and you took action and you got help.
It is, Sharon. It is the choices we make, love.
You know, and you know, I mean, it's you know, how can I put it? I know somebody that, I mean, we've both met Bella. That person,
Yeah,
you know, yeah. No, I'm not. I you know, was
I know
addicted to drugs and whatever.
Yeah.
But turned the life around, and now you wouldn't wish to meet a nicer person. Like, yeah,
absolutely. I agree totally.
You know, it's like if it weren't for YouTube, we wouldn't have met Sharon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have met you, Chris.
Oh, well, that's, I've just got, aren't
I? Yeah. Cornet girl says she's cursed and I'm 29. But it's like, you know, we're talking honesty here, and it's the same as I'm going back to the thing you've got to.
We took a little circle around and we took back Chris.
That's typical. That's typical of Sharon. And you hear me preaching a tiny little sermon, and right in the middle of it, you want to talk about Chris farting. Really? But it's you know, I mean.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
If you wanted to know what the decision is, Lucy, I've decided to cut the coffee mornings from 5 mornings a week to 3 mornings, because obviously the health issues I've been having, you know, it's just getting a little bit too much for me at the moment. So, but I mean, it's all right. Sharon's just put, you're still a sweet, smart young lady compared to this old lady. I'm 70.
Are you 70, Sharon? I never knew that. It
don't matter how old you are. And the fact that, you know, yeah, you gave up, you know, the drugs and alcohol 37 years ago. But, you know, we've had this conversation. It takes, you know, you to realise that you've got a problem and sort that problem out.
Oh,
or get help. Yeah. Oh, Keith's back.
Hi, Steph.
Hi, Esther.
Oh, Keith's back. Welcome back, Keith.
Yeah.
Hey, Steph.
I think it's a strength, Emma. I don't know what you've tried, but I know the one in Holland and Barrett isn't strong enough. You need a stronger CBT to apparently do it. But the people that I've spoken to really hit the spot, you need something stronger than what Holland and Barrett said.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Chris does know someone that but they're in America, let's say, that does the CBD oil. Now, he did say to me the other day, I'm thinking of approaching that person and saying, can, you know, if it's cheap enough, can you, without it being too expensive, ship some over here to us? And it's not, what's the name of the company?
It's got the Emma said the stronger stuff.
Oh, yeah, and it's I'm trying to think of the name of that. No, I'm not about. Trying not to reveal. It's Works or something, but they, you know, they actually produce the CBD oil, and that person actually works for them.
They've done a video on it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Lucy says you need it higher concentrated. But you see, I mean, Kirsten says, I smoke weed for a combination of physical pain and mental problems. It works for me. But it, you know, I mean, that's good that it works for you, but it don't work for everybody.
I wouldn't. There's times, you know, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest, because everybody's being so honest here. Sometimes in the middle of the night, sometimes when the pain keeps you awake, if someone said to me, smoke this, I probably would. I know that's really bad, but
I get you 100% there, Bella, because
I'm so desperate.
Yeah, I felt exactly the same. It's, you know, if somebody, you know, I'm sat here at like 2 o'clock in the morning, if somebody were to knock on the door and say, yeah, I've bought you a sample or a joint or whatever, you know, I've sort of been in that position where, if somebody offered you a joint, I'd smoke it.
Because I'm that desperate, it is.
You know, it's, I mean, you know, but you talk about honesty and everything, Bella, but I mean, a lot of people, we're sat talking about CBD oil and weed and whatever. People might not agree with the subject that we're talking about, but there again, them people from my, you know, and this is me being honest again, them people can't sit in judgment over yourself or me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes. She says, Sharon's Port, this is sort of funny. On Facebook, I run a yard sale page. It has 26,000 people in it. And believe me, Facebook monitors those pages. They send me notices when they flag and remove posts, especially about certain things.
You can't really ask for cocaine on a Facebook group.
But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I mean, we sit in here and we talking about a subject and we're talking about truth. You know where I'm at, you know what I mean? And same as we've said, I mean, Bella's just said, well, you know, since we're talking about truth, if I were offered a joint, I'd smoke it, because you get desperate because you're in that much pain. And when I'm sitting here at 2 o'clock in the morning and I don't know how to sit, how to, you know, and I, you know, my joints is in pain, you sort of do get desperate.
Nah, bless you. Any of those notices are about me.
Yeah, well, Kirsty says, no, everyone is different, because you have to be careful with the emotions are feeling depressed. It'll enhance that feeling. If you're happy, it will enhance that. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's I've heard a lot of stories about people that smoke weed. It gets them like to an emotional point where they're very paranoid and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, if people smoke too much of it, there is a paranoia that goes with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's but it's like everything else, in moderation, let's say.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we sit here talking about it, but I would never ever condone
Yeah. No, me
smoking
neither.
it, because in this country it is illegal.
Exactly.
Actually, it's not in some certain cases.
Well, no, because they've just changed it, haven't they? Because for certain,
There is 3 things that they can use it for, but I forget what the things
they've just changed it, because here in this country,
I think you can take it for multiple sclerosis.
I think it's like epilepsy and things like that.
Yeah.
You can actually be prescribed it medically, but there is only, you know, you can't just go to your doctor and say, "Can you prescribe me some cannabis?" It's
No.
like you've got to sort of be under the hospital. You've got to have certain conditions where they can legally prescribe it to you.
Multiple sclerosis is one of the things, isn't it?
I'm going to say I know epilepsy is one of them, but it's got to be a very, very severe case of epilepsy.
Yeah.
You know, there's like only certain conditions, and you can't go to your GP. A GP can't prescribe it for you. Oh. It's got to be done by, like, let's say, a specialist or a consultant, let's say.
Yeah.
Kirsten says, my first time smoking it, I was 18 and had a bad trip. I didn't touch it for another 9 years before I tried it again. Yeah, this time I read everything about it. But you see, this is you've got to find all the facts out about it before you even consider doing anything like that. Yeah, Sharon says, corn it, girl, there's wisdom in that, honey. I didn't read anything about any of it. If it would go in my mouth or up my nose, I just did it. But you see, this is the thing, Sharon. When you're in your, you know, in your youth, let's just say, you do a lot of stupid things. Now, going back to that story that you told us about the fag, where they were passing the fag.
Oh, God. You had that story. When I was younger, I used to sing in a band. We all decided there used to be a paper called The Melody Maker, and you used to be able to meet up with us in a place in King's Cross in London, and they had music rooms underneath. And you could go in there, you just took your own equipment, but all the amps and the PA systems and everything was there. You could hire it and meet up with another group. So we did that. And nice set of fellas we met up with. And then halfway through, like, we had a break. We was drinking our coffees and everything. And the other guys were all sitting opposite. And they were passing this cigarette round from one to the other to the other. So I said to Jim, I was going out with at the time, I said to Jim, oh, my God, look at them poor blokes. They've only got one fag between them. So he kept saying to me, shut up, shut up, shut up. Well, what's the matter? I said, they've got one fag, poor blokes. Anyway, he must have seen me looking, this bloke. So he come up to me and he said, you all right, love? I said, yeah. He said, yeah. And he went to give the fag to me. And I said, oh, no, have one of mine, mate. And I got me Benson edges out. That's how stupid I was.
I still laugh at that, Balloon. You've told it many, many times about it. I can just imagine you, this guy coming to work with this one fag, and you say, no, here, I have one of mine instead.
Yeah, I said to Jim, poor bloke, one fag, and he's offering it me. Bless him. Oh, God.
but like you, I mean, like, in them days, you were naive.
I'm still bleeding naive. What's my Baz Burton, just a side note, a little change in subject, but are you aware most people fart 14 times a day? Really? Baz farts 14 times an hour.
Chris farts 14 times in a minute.
Your sound's gone funny.
That's it.
It's all right
That's
now.
it. You're back to normal. Kirsten says, I had friends wanted to try it for the first time. I told them all, do it at my house and I won't smoke just in case. It's all right. I keep getting these ads popping up. She says, I won't smoke just in case with someone that's experienced in the room. It made them feel safer. But that's it. You know, I mean, it's showing responsibility there. Kirsty's put lol, eat some beans and you're up to an average of 50 an hour. Don't tell anyone, Baz. But my guess is Pixie's above average. I mean, changing the subject away from, you know, I watched that I'm a Celebrity, right? And they were talking about farts last night.
Were they?
Yeah, because there were a few of the girls were saying, because Harry Redknapp's in there as well, but one of the girls was saying for 6 years she was in a relationship and if she wanted to fart, she'd go out the room so she wouldn't fart in front of a partner.
Yeah.
You know, and several of the others were saying, well, I feel the same. I mean, and then Harry Redknapp says, well, I'm a gentleman. He says, because I try not to fart in front of my wife.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it's a bodily function. It's something that everyone does. And I keep saying this. I mean, right from the get-go, we're meeting Pixie. I thought to myself, well, what if I let rip? Is he gonna think, oh God, she's a dirty cow or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something that everybody does, you know. You know, and if you're with somebody, I mean, they do the exact same. They do the same bodily function. Everybody farts. You know what I mean? And it's just it's just the body's natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't believe that for 1 second, Emma.
Emma says she don't fart in front of Den or the kids. That's the truth.
I need to do with I need a lot of new things. Is it a terrible picture?
No, it's a good picture. It's just every now and again when it like distorts. I mean, you could probably do it sort of getting Baz to go through the settings because you can set the volume on it, let's say. Oh,
no, he tried that. Gail went through the settings. She said she sorted it. I think she's done as well as she can. It's an old camera.
Like talking, and then all of a sudden it comes back to normal.
Yeah. But when I'm listening to you now, as you're talking now, it sounds like you're underwater. I don't know.
But you see, this is the thing. I mean, Emma, I felt that comfortable since meeting Chris right from day one. And I don't mind him hearing me fart. It's something that everybody does.
Hey, better out than in. You gotta rip.
And Kirsty's put, if I feel comfortable with someone, I don't care if I fart. If I'm in public, I try to let it. But yeah, I've got a story about that, and everybody knows about it. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the people in the chat have heard the story that I've got to tell. And I don't think I've been back to farm food since, Bella. I don't think I've been back. But yeah, I mean, me and Chris were in Farm Foods one day. I was walking down the aisle, and you know how you try to stop yourself from farting? Well, I was walking down the aisle in Farm Foods. There was somebody behind me, and I didn't want to let one go because there was somebody directly behind me. And I was walking down, and you know, like I can only hold it in for so long. And then all of a sudden, I'm walking down the aisle in Farm Foods, and I just went. You know what I mean? And I'm sort of looking at Chris as you know, like
trying to blame him.
Yeah, making out it was Chris and it weren't me.
Did it sound like this?
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Alexa, play loud farts.
Turn volume up.
Alexa, turn volume up.
What's he doing?
Alexa, volume up. Alexa, play loud fart.
Oh.
Did you know this means fart out loud day?
No. Alexa, play a fart.
I have no idea where the other one is. There's a box down there. My blue box has got a camera equipment in it.
All right, Chris is playing about with Alexa, playing the farts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Farm Foods. Back to Farm Foods after that.
I've asked to sit downstairs, love. Don't worry. I've got to come off now because it's shopping.
Yeah, it was something similar to that, Sharon. He says you were sputtering along. But yeah, it got to the point where I couldn't hold it in any longer, and it just sort of creeped out, you know. But it was the loudest fart, and I said to Chris, I looked over at him as if to say, you know, you just farting. I sort of took the emphasis away from myself and sort of gave him that look as I were trying to blame Chris, you see.
Right, I'm going to have to go. Baz is trying to sort my camera out. He's saying it's really bad. He's just come up to say it's bad. So I'll see you later, guys.
Yeah, okay then, Bella. I'll see you later. Yeah, see you in a bit.
Bye, all. Bye.
You say me, my friend, you obviously sitting across the room on the yelling, typing, is that it? Yeah. Can't be asked to type.
God, the good one. Good morning, Jeanette. A great time to come in. Yes, we've talked about everything from cannabis, and we on the subject of farts again. So, as you're aware, Bella's just dropped off because she's having a little bit of a problem with the webcam. It keeps distorting and whatever. So yeah. And we were just talking about farting in front of his partners, and I was talking about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and they were talking on the subject yesterday, well, in yesterday evening's I'm a Celebrity, about yeah, and we talk a lot about Pixie.
Yeah, no, you talk a lot about it.
But you know, about farting in front of his partners, and you know, Harry Redknapp was saying he'd never farted intentionally in front of his wife. And then there were another girl saying that she were in a relationship for 6 years and she always had to go out the room, etc., to fart because she didn't feel comfortable farting in front of her partner. But we're saying, like, if you're comfortable with that partner and, you know, you're in a loving relationship, it don't matter whether you fart or not. Hey, Crimson's in. You know, I've felt comfortable with Pixie from day one, and I don't mind farting. I don't mind farting in front of anybody, actually.
She farts on me, nearby trying to keep it out.
I don't fart on you.
In bed, she lifts her ass teacup.
No. The only thing I'm guilty of is when I get up and Pixie's in bed. Sometimes when I get up and get out of bed or swing my legs round to get out of bed, one sneaks out. I don't actually fart on him.
All right, Barbara.
Crimson says he don't fart, period, and when he does it smells like Febreze. you know.
Well, we have to tell Crimson what the decision is, so that everybody else is coming.
Yes, if you wanted to know what the decision is, Crimson, I've decided to cut the coffee mornings down to 3 days a week instead of 5. I found that it's taking a toll on me physically and emotionally. So yes, that's the decision that I've made. I mean, it's like this morning, I've gone back. I didn't have a very good night's sleep again. I went back to bed. I woke up really late and I still feel tired and I still feel drained. You know what I mean? It's
Sorry, Gil, how do you do that? Switch screens, webcams. I want to do it with a friend, but I have no clue how to do it.
You have to have Google Hangouts. You can do, you see this that I'm doing now, I've got a Google Hangout screen over the top of me YouTube channel, so I can actually see this chat at the same time as I'm you know, as I'm.
Well, you can have two, you can have more than, if you've got more than one camera, you can plug your camera into a USB port, and then when you're in your Hangouts page, you can switch cameras from there.
Yeah, but I mean, that's getting a bit complicated, isn't it? You know what I mean? I use Hangouts. I can either talk privately on Hangouts to a person, if you just want to do like a private Hangouts with one person, or like here, I'm using Hangouts so I can, the only way you can invite people up onto your panel is by using Google Hangouts. Okay then, Steph, take it easy and I hope it feels better soon.
Yeah, see you, Steph.
Yeah. Did you want an invite up, Crimson? Because Bella's had to drop off because the camera that she's got, the microphone was distorting. Baz has come up to see if he could try and rectify the situation.
He smashed it up against the wall.
Yeah, so I'll throw it out the window. Which I felt like doing with this laptop yesterday morning because it ran a go slow. I think what it had done, it had updated and it was just on a go slow yesterday morning.
They have to delete some stuff on it.
Cool, I have Google Hangouts, but I didn't even know I had it. But you see, the thing is as well, Kirsten, like, let's say you do a live stream like Pixie does, if you went to where Pixie's my husband and he's over there in the corner. But sometimes he goes live on his phone. But when you go live on your phone, you can't invite people up onto the panel.
So send him a link.
Yeah. So in order to invite people up onto the panel, you've got to have a laptop. I mean, you can't do it on, is it iPad either?
No.
So yeah. But if let's say you just want to talk to your friend, as long as your friend's got Google Hangouts, you can have a private Google Hangouts. So you know, but like to do this, you've got to be on a laptop. It won't work on a phone or an iPad. You've got to be on a laptop in order to do, like, you know, like I've done. I've had Bella on the panel and Crimson's coming up on the panel. So
all you need to invite somebody on the panel is their email address.
Yeah. Yeah. In order to invite someone, let's say if you do a private Hangouts, you've got to have their email address. But you see, I've had Bella comes on like virtually every day. So it's what they call, they're in your circle. Once you've invited them up, you don't have to sort of get their email every time, because it will come up in what they call your circle. If somebody, oh.
Hello.
Hello. Are you moved then?
I have everything at the door. You know, I've moved my air conditioning and stuff like that. It's a matter of just throwing out like some furniture. You know, like a lot of my furniture I'm throwing out because I got it. I'm going to be replacing it and stuff. You know, I've been saving so much money. I've been eating like Mr. Noodles and stuff like that. You know, like ramen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to finally move out of here. I know I'll be a lot happier.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not only that, Crimson. It enables you to save a bit of money, you know, a deposit for a new place, on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like it's a little roadblock, but at the end, it's like I won't be bankrupt living in a place that I don't even want to live in. You know, I was
Yeah.
paying 1,400 a month, and that was killing me. Like I want to pay at least 1,100, or you know, like 1,000. Like, but that's hard nowadays.
The thing is, if you're trying to keep up with the rent and everything, it don't allow you to eat properly.
Yeah.
Because when all's
And
said and done, you sort of working to keep a roof over your head.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, you know, like sometimes I get stressed out, but like I know, like in the end, it'll all work out. Like, you know, like my dad's helping me now and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's all good.
Same as everybody says, these things happen for a reason. I mean, it's onwards and upwards and on to better things.
And that's how I look at it. I look at it as this year, it was like I've straightened out all the negativity in my life. And now the next year is about growing, you know, like getting my career going and stuff. You know, I went to school, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do what I went to school for. So, you know, I want to switch majors.
Well, this is it. And it's the same as I say. I mean, as you know, I've been struggling emotionally, physically and everything with the arthritis and the back pain and one thing and another. And like, I was speaking to Bella privately last night and I kept saying, nah, I think it's took its toll on me because I'm coming down with a cold again. And, you know, I'm getting pains and, you know, this, that and the other. And I says, I don't want to stop doing it altogether. But it's taking its toll on me, coming on day after day after day.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when like your health is kind of being at risk too. It's like, you know, like we'd all prefer for you to focus on your health and feel better. And then like, you know, when you come around, you know, kind of thing. Like we don't want you to like just sit there and suffer in silence.
Yeah, well, it's like, I mean, everybody said, you know, at the end of the day, your health's more important than sitting there 5 days a week working, you know.
If they truly like you as a person and they support you as, you know, like as a supporter for your channel, they would understand that your health trumps your content or coming live. You know, like that's just how any natural person would be.
But that's it. And same as I say, it's got to the point now where, like this morning, I mean, we get up at 6 a.m. every morning, you know, to get Callum off to school and whatever.
Right.
And like all week, there is occasions I go back to bed, but it got to the point this morning where I was simply felt dead on my feet because I'd been up at 2 o'clock this morning. You know, I couldn't sleep. I'd got pain and whatever. Yeah, I went back to bed. I was back up at 6 o'clock to get up with Callum, and then about 7:20, Chris said to me, "You look absolutely dead on your feet. Go back to bed." And I went back to bed at 9:30. And if it hadn't have been waking up to needing the bathroom, I think I'd have still been there now.
It's true. Like, remember, I've talked to you many times where it was like 9 o'clock at night where I am. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and Jeanette's still awake. You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
But it's not just that, Crimson. I mean, like I'm on strong painkillers. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, they help you go to sleep, but then you were like waking up at 2:30 in the morning and you just cannot get back to sleep because the pain's that bad.
Exactly. And then like you're just like, what am I gonna do now? You know, Pixie's sleeping, Callum's sleeping, you know, like
Yeah, Emma's saying they pay £119 a week rent for a new build, but that's not bad for a new build. I mean, the thing is, when my mum were alive, she were paying £90 a week for a 2-bedroom, and it were like hundreds of years old. You know, it were an end terraced. It were only like a small thing. You know what I mean? She just got like the sitting room and like a kitchen diner type of thing. But I mean,
Yeah,
to me,
exactly.
that were £90 a week, and it were 2-bedroom. That's how I roll.
See, the thing is, I have a bachelor, and like I'm paying for like the location. Like I live like by the water. I live by like boats and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of people come here to like take a look at all the sites and stuff like that. So it's like it's all about location. I find where you live. It's like if I lived in more of like kind of a dangerous neighborhood, I could probably get like a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. You know what I mean? But I live in like a proper neighborhood. Why? What happened?
Chris is pimping you out, saying you're available.
I do in calls, guys. Well, girls. Like I mean, guys in general. Like,
I think that one was just a slip of the tongue, Crimson.
Oh, it's coming up.
You're making me red at this.
Early there in the morning.
I know, like literally, Takedown Man woke me up like an hour or two before he's like, Yini was live, so I was on his stream, and then I saw you guys were live, so yeah, it's been a live morning for me.
It's all right. That's our says. Good day, Jeanette. We have had to step back from YouTube for our well-being. Well, you see, this is what I'm saying. That I were doing coffee mornings 5 days a week. Yeah, we're having the weekends off. But it does take a toll on you when you're getting up at 6 a.m. in the morning, for your personal life. And then on top of that, I've got health issues, You know what I mean? It's you can only do so much.
And we appreciate your coffee mornings. Like, you know how many times you've made me like start my day off in a great mood going to work and stuff like that. We're talking about cream pies and everything else. Like I always have a great time on your panel.
Emma wants to know, why are you single, Crims? Haven't you found the right lady?
Oh, let's just say Jeanette knows that I've had some problems finding the right girl. The right type. The right type for me, let's just say,
Well, it goes back to you were in a bad relationship, and then he's tried the dating thing, but as they say, you've got to kiss a lot of toes to find a prince.
And these toads happen to look like Kim Kardashian, but like no substance.
but yeah, I mean, it's like the typical saying. You've got to kiss a lot of toads or frogs to get your Prince Charming. Well, it's same in Crimson's case. He's got to kiss a lot of frogs to get his princess.
And I've been French kissing those frogs.
I was going to say, believe you me, he's kissed a lot of frogs and they've turned out to be, lizards or warts or whatever, you know what I mean?
I should do a clip show of all the people that I've gone through this year.
I mean, he's tried the online dating thing, let's just say, but that didn't work out either.
Nope.
Oh, Angel wants to come on to see if you're still peeing in the shower. Well, it's moving day, Angel, so
I forgot about that.
Obsessed with our shower, Crimson.
If you've got a webcam in Crimson's shower, just be aware that he's moving today. So you'll probably see an empty shower cubicle.
Coffee.
Yeah, you can do.
I'll show you guys my new place. Yeah, when I get it.
Sure.
Yeah, we're doing the Crimson tour when he moves into his new place. So did you still want an invite up, Angel, or have I just dashed your hopes seeing him peeing in the shower?
I'll get a 360 cam. I'll get it for the wash.
So just saying that we're very honoured that actually Crimson's got his camera on, because normally It's just the voice and the
4 pictures of me like going upside down and stuff. Yeah. You can tell I just woke up. Like I'm like literally I'm still half asleep. Oh, this will be a treat to talk to Angel.
It's all right. I need your email again, Angel. It's I've typing your name in it. It's not doing anything. So
is Angel your actual name, Angel? Like, is that like your actual name?
That is it. Like his email address, but I've typed it in and nothing's coming up. Even though he's been on the panel a few times.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes when I like search people, like from like Hangouts.
Well, on Google Plus, you mean? Hang
Yeah.
on a minute. Well, you learn something every day, don't you?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I didn't know that. All right, I'm just signing into Google Plus, and I'm going to add Angel to see if I can.
Let me be your angel.
So we'll see if this works.
Yep.
Found him straight away.
Just put it in chat now.
It says following.
Oh. Just put it in chat now
Because
anyway.
yeah, it comes up as friends, family, acquaintances. Done. So I mean, I am already following Angel on. But you see, from like past experiences, people that I've had on my panel, if they've been on more than once, it comes up in your like your friend, what Chris calls your friend circle, let's say.
Yeah, they check your frequently contacted.
I'll just remove that, Angel. So yeah, I mean, I weren't aware of the fact that you've got to add them on Google Plus or whatever it is from basically, but it does say I was following him. And Angel's got a new laptop and he's having a
and this is my first panel that I've joined with my new laptop.
Oh, it's first one that you've joined on the panel with your new laptop.
Yeah, because this is the first panel with my new laptop of any panel that I've joined. But this is what I'm going to be using later today. So is it like better than it was before? Because do you guys know?
The picture quality is good, but only criticism is, Angel, it's a bit dark.
I might have to like switch to lighting.
Okie dokie then.
The thing is, my lights here in my apartment building are not all that bright.
Oh. The picture quality is very, very good. That's same as say the only criticism was it were very dark. That's better.
A bit better.
There we go. We can see you, buddy.
I think these lights don't go deep enough, like it does expand all the way. But this is a bit more brighter, but it's a bit dimmer.
Yeah. Well, you see, the good thing is I mean, the weather here is atrocious today, and but where I'm sat is the light is directly above me, you see.
Yeah.
So that's why my sort of picture quality is quite bright. But yeah, I mean,
but the thing is, the sun doesn't usually come out until 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning here in America, and whenever it does, the sun is usually shining straight at me here on my couch where I'm sitting right now. Well, if it was sunny right now, I wouldn't have to worry about having any form of lighting, like my lamp or my lighting.
Yeah. I mean, the same. I mean, it's just that the weather's been really bad. If I were to turn this light off, it'd be a little bit darker. Because even though I'm sat near a window, the weather it's really dark. Okay, then Emma. See you later.
Bye, Emma.
But I like joking around with you, Crimson, about you peeing in the shower because we had a hilarious night that night on Chris's live stream. But in the end, I like having fun with you there, Crimson. You're like my twin brother. And the reason I call you my twin brother is because I'm basically going to the same thing as you are, like you're moving for your freedom of being a man and such. Well, for me, I'm kind of going to the same thing, but not in terms of moving, in terms of gaining my independence, because I'm currently fighting a guardianship case for me to be restored to my own capacity of me being my own guardian and such. And the thing is, when you have a guardian, you're kind of limited in options of being your own free kind of person, like you traveling where you want, you moving to a different state. And so I'm fighting that so I could feel more of a free kind of person.
Yeah.
That way, in the near future, I could go ahead and move back to my home state of Arizona, go to other places, visit other people, etc. But I am just trying to do this whole thing so I can gain my own independence.
Yeah. I think what Angel you're trying to say is, with you having a guardian, it's restricting you from what you want to do, or restricting you from doing certain things that you want to do.
Exactly.
Exactly, and I hope you get that guardianship for sure. You know, like it. You know, like to have that freedom, that like, you know, it's a good feeling.
And but it's just that this whole case has been dragging me on, because even though I should let my attorney do his job and find out what he needs to, it's just that hearing after hearing, it's been a motion of continuation and rescheduling. And I am supposed to be having a hearing tomorrow on November the 30th, but he's rescheduling once again for some time in the December or the new year. Not sure, because I haven't got an updated scheduling date, but it's just dragging me on of having to postpone again and again.
Yeah,
But
like you wanted to. Yeah, you want it to just like get over with so you can just move on with your life. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I want to say, I don't know whether you're aware of this, Angel, but our son Callum, he has got special needs, but he does go to a mainstream school and is 16, and we only want him to be independent. It's like, you know, he's 16, but there is a certain, what I say, a vulnerability about Callum. You know, and you know, I mean, from the respect of your guardian or whatever, you know, that there is that certain vulnerability towards you. Yeah. Let's say.
I'm going to be right back.
Without it sound derogatory or anything, you know, from a mother having a son that's got special needs, you are very protective of them, but there again, you've got to give them that independence and their own freedom.
Exactly. And I just remembered that, like, my dog has an 8 o'clock appointment with the hair cutter, and I have to give the dog to my dad. So I have to make sure she goes out first. So I'm going to let her out and then give her to my dad right now, and I'll come right back.
Okie dokie then. I mean, you've already got the link, so just hop back on whenever.
I'll hop back on. I literally just have to take her outside and then give her to my dad.
I know it's a busy day for you, what we're moving and everything, and I appreciate you coming on or popping on, should I say.
Yeah, Grim.
Yeah, for sure. Like, my dog smells, so like I'm gonna make sure she smells
well,
nice.
maybe you could bring your dog in the shower with you and he could do the peeing for you.
Oh my.
I love you, Grim.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tasha does have a few problems, let's just say, Angel.
yeah.
Oh, actually, before I go, I'll let you guys sit on this. Literally, like, her constipation is over with. Like, she went to the washroom and it was as big as her. I was like, whoa. Like, holy mother.
How's that come out to such a little dog like Tasha?
Exactly. I was sitting there. I was like, do I Instagram this or do I not Instagram? I'm like, no. All right, I'll be right back.
You had a little bit of an epiphany, let's just say, Crimson.
It's kind of like a sign letting me know it's like, yeah, she's not constipated. The Metamucil worked.
I'll see you later then, Crimson. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be right back. Bye.
Okay, then. See you later.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether you've seen Crimson's dog. She's a lovely little dog. She's quite old, you know. She's
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures on his social media page on Facebook because both of us are friends.
so yes, I mean she's a lovely little dog, but she, you know, she's getting on in years, let's just say. But you know, I mean, it's like the rest of us. We all have problems in that department, one way or another. So,
Yeah.
so are you pleased with your new laptop then? Did you make a copy?
Yeah, I definitely am pleased with it. Like you said, it has a better camera and resolution in terms of brightness, but it was kind of dark with the other lights that I had on. In addition to that, I see that it has a better audio system because prior to me coming on my first panel with my new laptop, I been doing some audio tests of my old one and my new one, and it seems as though this one has a more advanced audio system than my old one did.
Oh, just to let you know as well, Angel, I have got a vlog coming out sometime today. I made the chocolate and pear upside down cake yesterday.
Yeah, I heard you were going to make it. Glad that's coming out sometime today. But
Yeah,
but yeah, I had to postpone the whole the UK panel stream to later to today at 2 p.m. because yesterday I was having some computer problems, and that would prompt me to reschedule and gain this new one.
Yeah. So Sharon Barmagritz has come back. So just to let everyone know that the chocolate and pear upside down cake will be published sometime today. I'm not very good at editing, so Pixie does the editing for me. So it will be editing and publishing it sometime today. So just watch out for it, guys.
She might even, she don't know it yet, do it as a
Premiere.
live premiere.
Yeah. Chris was talking about doing it as a premiere.
Well, the good thing about the premiere is that you get to interact with the people as if you were live when you're not.
Yeah, Ian Matthew says, just come in, Jeanette. What? Yeah, as you know, Ian, I do the coffee morning 5 days a week. I'm going to be dropping it down to 3 because I've got, as everybody knows, my health issues, and I feel physically, emotionally drained, etc. So it is a lot, you know, and I've just decided that I'm going to cut it down to 3 days instead of 5.
Yeah, and I've been noticing a trend in terms of the YouTubers who do these kind of stuff 5 days a week has been cutting it down to 2 or 3.
Yeah, Sharon's just asked me. I'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but there won't be one this Monday because I've got to go to the doctors for blood tests. So next week I'll probably only do the Wednesday and Friday because I've got the doctors on Monday. I've got blood tests and everything. So yeah, so there'll not be a coffee morning Monday for that reason because I've got to go to the doctors for blood tests. But I'll on a regular basis I'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But obviously, if we're going to doctors, I won't be doing it on Monday this next week. This week I'm going back in time rather than forward. Yeah. I mean, I know Iron Dog normally goes live at about this time. Actually, I pick a Rick in this morning as well, and same as I was saying, Pick a Rick is one of the very first channels I used to visit when I first joined YouTube. And I would.
I call him Pickle Rick.
Oh, you call him Pickle Rick, do you?
Yeah, because he's like everyone's favorite pickle to eat and visit.
But yeah, you know, I mean, when I first joined YouTube, I used to go to Pick a Rick's regularly. The same as he says, it seems an age ago. But yeah, our regular on, not on his panel, but in the chat, etc. Him and Iron Dog were two of the first channels that I ever went to, you know, to join in the chat. You're not on your own there, Sharon, because I don't get notifications either.
No.
So, I mean, you're not on your own there, and it's like the notifications come through email, and they sort of come about a week later, and it's like
But you know, one thing I've noticed about I would receive a notification via email, but I wouldn't receive a notification on the notification tab on YouTube.
But you see, when first off, I were getting notifications because the aim of the game is when you subscribe to somebody or support somebody, you click that bell. Now, if that bell's not working, then it's a waste of time it being there. You know what I mean? It's a case of, like, I know you're going live 8 p.m. our time, 2 p.m. your time, so I know about it. But unless people tell you beforehand, I'll be going live at this certain time, I don't get any notifications whatsoever.
Sometimes you got to unsub and then resub, just press the bell, and then that normally fixes it.
And you know, a couple of days ago when I did a late night stream, I think it was on Friday, you missed it because you were in bed. But unless if like you said, if you were aware of like the time and such, like my stream later today, then you'll probably most likely be there. But like if
yeah. And see, this is where also the time difference comes into, you know, if you're sort of, let's say, going on midnight or 11 p.m, that's sort of like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in the UK.
Yep.
And well, normally I'm in bed that time, not always. Sharon says, I'm avoiding going to dogs as long as possible this morning. I'm supposed to be on his panel. But you see, this is the thing, Sharon. I mean, you're a lovely lady. You know, I mean...
Yeah, well. I'm joking.
It's all right. Sharon and Pixie have got a love-hate relationship.
I've just got a hate one. Only kidding. She loves me.
But
let me check something right quick here, Jeanette.
it's all right. That's how I roll. Saying, Barmer Grits, my support for you has been removed. You see, this is the problem. You know, it's like a typical example, Angel. I was subscribed to you, and I have been for some while. Now, the other day, I went onto your channel and found that I'd been unsubscribed from you.
And
So
that's the thing that YouTube does, is every now and then they'll remove subscribers from one another's channel. Like Lou Rock, if you have ever heard him, was subscribed to me and wasn't even aware that he was unsubbing. It's the whole YouTube thing. I would call it purge, but I'm not sure what to classify it as. But every now and then, some people who were subscribed to me before and come to my channel later on find out that they were somehow unsubbed from me, and they didn't even do it themselves.
Yeah, well, Barmer's just saying she don't understand what that means. Now, this is a typical example.
YouTube.
Yeah. Pixie, as everyone knows, is my husband. I go in all his live streams. I comment on nearly all of his drone videos, etc. But the thing is that YouTube had unsubscribed me from Pixie, and it had unsubscribed him from me. Now, it's a YouTube thing. Now, same as I says, I could understand if I didn't watch his live streams, I didn't comment or anything. Everyone knows that I'm there every time Chris does a live stream and vice versa. But they unsubscribed me from Pixie, and vice versa, it unsubscribed Pixie from me.
Wow.
So, you know, but that's how I roll, saying it's, and that's why people's sub count goes up and down.
Yeah,
Because
and since me being here, I lost 2 people, and most of the time it's usually those people who unsub from you who they probably weren't your true people. But then there are times, like you said, that that person is unsub from you without you even knowing it. Like how you mentioned that you were subscribed to your husband Pixie's channel and such, but then out of nowhere you got on sub from him when you didn't even do it yourself. But I don't know what algorithms or that the YouTube has, but it's really getting to be a nuisance to everyone, including me.
Barmer says, why do they do that? Because they do. You know, it's just
They just do.
Yeah, they just
It's supposed to be
dead subs into
dead
it.
subs. If you're not interacting with that channel's videos and whatnot, they'll get you. They'll unsub you, which is wrong because they know that you've got that many subscriptions. You cannot keep up with everybody's all the time.
I agree with that. I mean, it's like Pixie's got over 2,000 subscribers. Now there isn't enough hours in the day for him. I mean, even though he's not working now, there isn't enough hours in the day for him to go to every single one of them 2,000 subscribers, comment on the videos or go to the live stream. It's just not feasible. You know, what with the time differences, with the, you know, you'd have to be sat there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to actually physically go to everyone's channels that subscribe to you and comment on the videos.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, I followed you on Google Plus, so hopefully things can be a little bit smooth sailing and such. And I'm not sure if you're following me back either, but if you can, I think that might make it easier for down the road when I come back on.
We see, this is the thing. I mean, I don't get any notification. It's like Keith, Eagle VP. A few weeks back, I got an email saying, Eagle VP has subscribed to your channel. Well, I've been subscribed and vice versa to Eagle VP since I started YouTube nearly 2 years ago. But then you get a notification that he's had to resub, you know. And I think it's basically when you unsub people to resub because you're not getting any notifications from them. And just before I go any further, Sharon put, one of these days I'm going to go live with Jeanette. That will be the show of the year. I would love for you to come on my panel, Sharon.
That's when I said, oh God, I'm living in this shed.
You know what I mean? I would love for you to come on my panel one day. I mean, I'm not putting you under any pressure or anything, but yes, I would love for you to join me on the panel.
Jenny said on, Sharon.
So yeah, it's just a YouTube thing, you know. It's a case of, let's say, for instance, this is only a sort of you know, what do you call it? An example. Yeah, it's all right. My brain's gone all frazzled. Let's say, for instance, I weren't getting any notifications from Angel. Now I know he's going live at 2 p.m. his time, 8 p.m. our time. Now, in order to get any notifications or some sort of a notification from Angel, I'd need to go back to his channel, unsubscribe and resubscribe, and hopefully that would sort the problem out. So same as Pixie's just said, Sharon, if you're not getting any notifications from someone, you know, the easiest solution is to go to their channel, unsubscribe from them, and then resubscribe. But then again, that don't always work either.
No. Oh, press the bell.
Yeah.
But you know, one of the things I do is to see who is subbed up to me is I go to community settings, and under community tab on Creator Studio, there's comments and subscribers, I click on there, and there are some people who hide their subscription towards others, so you don't know if they're sub to you or not. Kind of like how you said that you had to resub up to me and such, and it doesn't show your name on there. But if you have like it hidden or like a form of private manner, I can understand that. But for me, I'm always curious of who is all set up to me, who is there, so I can know who I can go back to.
Yeah, but I mean that there again, Angel, that don't always work either, because it's like, let's say for instance, Pixie's got 2,000 supporters.
Yeah.
They're only limited as to showing the people that are subscribed to you. So I mean, that in a sense doesn't actually work, because they're limited to how many people that you can see that's actually subscribed to you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of them things where they supposedly, and I don't know whether it's right.
A little bit ago, you guys were talking about cannabis and such, but over the past few months, whenever I am traveling, I always see a few people look at me using two fingers and this form of smoking. I always think they're talking about a joint and or some form of weed substance, but no, they're referring to a cigarette. And I'm not the kind of person who smokes, nor will I ever do so.
Yeah, I mean that's up to the individual. Like you don't drink, you don't smoke. I do smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I don't do drugs in any shape or form. My channel isn't monetized, so it doesn't matter to me. It's more inspirational, or I try for it to be. But this is the thing, Sharon. Each person is their own individual person. Now, my thing, I do live streams and I do the baking vlogs. Bella don't do many live streams. She's got the watch time. She's got the supporters, but she chooses not to be monetized. And we've said many, many times to Bella, you think if you're monetized, you could. They set a cap at £60. You've got to reach that £60 cap in order to collect any money from YouTube. You think with this community that Bella's in, the beauty community, she'd get that £60 in no time. And same as we've said, this stuff that she reviews and wants to buy for a channel, e.g. makeup and whatever, that money is money that she wouldn't otherwise have had, and which will enable her to go out and buy things, not luxury things, but it'll enable her to plough that back into her channel, e.g. to buy makeup or beauty products, etc. So, but I mean, going back onto this for weeks, I mean, I don't know whether everyone's having this same thing. It's like mine's gone up and gone down for weeks now.
Well, about a month or so ago, when I reached the 1,500 on my channel, I would go from the 1,500 mark back down to 1,490 something. And then out of nowhere, I went from the 1,500 again and down to 1,491. And then I went back up to 1,500 and went underneath again. So it was like 5 straight days of it going 1,500 back down, 1,500 back down.
Mine's been like that on a daily basis for weeks now. I gain a few and then they take them off you. I gain a few and then they take them off you. And it's sort of, I've been toing and froing in what I call yo-yoing between a certain amount, and then it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes, you know what I mean? And mine's been like that for weeks now. Well, what I'll do, Angel, I'll go on for about another 3 minutes. I've been sort of going, time did it start? About 10:30, about an hour.
And I have my upcoming stream later today at 2 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. your time. So, but like I said, sorry I had to postpone it to today because of problems with my computer and such. But luckily, this new computer is going to be the main source in terms of me doing live streaming and me doing gaming on here, because it's good. Sorry about that, as my new multi-purpose computer.
But I mean, having said that, Angel, I mean, it'll allow you to have a panel instead of sort of just doing a live stream by yourself. You know, I enjoy having a panel because
I mean, every now and then I would do a stream by myself. I mean, I could have done a panel last night when I unboxed my new gaming laptop, but I knew that at the time was a bit late for everyone, so that's why I did it by myself. But it was early on in the day, like, or if I did the unboxing right when I got back home, then yes, I could like have a unboxing and a discussion of what kind of laptop and computers they have, or what kind of computer does one person plan on buying, and talk about like their favorite specs of their computer.
Yeah, well, same as, I mean, myself and Pixie will be there. I'll try and get up onto the panel. If I'm not on the panel and Pixie's on the channel, I'll be in the chat and vice versa.
And I know that Bella is going to try to be there, and I would like for her to be so, because
yeah, we've all said we'll be there to support you, Angel. I mean, yeah. I'll try and get on the panel. I mean, and if I don't come on the panel, Pixie will be on the channel. But if I'm on the panel, Pixie will be in the chat. You know what I mean? But we will be there to support you.
Yeah, because like you said, if the two of you were in the same room, it would cause an echo chamber of things. Because usually if you're in your living room doing your stream, coffee one that you're doing right now, and he were to come and say with you, it would cause an echo chamber, and vice versa when Chris does his stream on his channel.
Well, you see, when I first started my YouTube channel, Pixie used to, because you see, we've got a spare bedroom, we've got a computer desk and everything up there, and he's sort of, when I first started out as a support for myself, because I was relatively new to live streaming, etc., Pixie used to go up into the spare bedroom. But it's a small box room. There's not a dealer room, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it just won't plausible to keep doing that. So, well, what I'm going to do, I mean, it's 1 o'clock now. I mean, here in the UK, it's 1 o'clock. Got stuff to do. So, thank you for coming on the panel, Angel.
Yeah, and hopefully Crimson gets his the moving done soon. And glad that he's becoming his own independent man. But I'm going to be doing that hopefully soon enough as well. But it's all about patience and letting your attorney do his or her work. But
that is exactly it, yeah.
Looking forward to having you guys on my stream later today. So for those of you, before we leave, make sure to go to my channel and check out my stream that I'm going to be doing later today, entitled The Special UK Panel Stream at 2 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. UK time. So hopefully you guys can be there. I know you and Chris will be there, but for those of you who are still watching, hopefully you guys can come over and be part of it. But I'm going to go ahead and let you end with your final words.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I appreciate you being here. I know what sort of the time difference and everything. I mean, it's same with Crimson. I appreciate, you don't know how much I appreciate it. He's in Canada, is moving, you know, it's just a case of, I feel honoured that you are up this time in the morning to come and support me. Same with Crimson, same with Sharon, same with everybody in the US. I do appreciate you taking your time out to come to my live streams, and I do appreciate it. And when I say I appreciate it, I do.
Yeah.
So I'll say cheerio to everybody. I will be live streaming tomorrow, but from next week, same as I say, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but it not be Monday next week because I've got the doctors. So, you know, just so everybody's, you know, sure, I'll be streaming like from next week, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. But obviously, for obvious reasons, I'll not be live streaming Monday. So I do appreciate every single one of you that stayed around, that stayed in the chat, etc. So I'll see everyone later. Bye.
Bye.